What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again with a brand new video for Might and Magic Elemental Guardians. Today we're going to be taking a look at the newest event that's going on, the Trick or Treat Dark Glyph event. We'll take a look at my account real quick, tell you all what I've been doing and some of the glyphs I've been putting on this new net for the Earth Colossus. And then we got a couple of summons for you guys that we've been just kind of saving over the past week or so. See if you can get pretty lucky here. But again, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the main topic at hand. This new event that's going on for the month of October. Not really sure what the community has been saying so far. I'm sure there's going to be some mixed thoughts about it because this Trick or Treat event, we have the opportunity to get ourselves a new Dark Glyph. And if you guys are relatively new to the channel, or welcome to the channel, right? The Dark Glyph is one of the few rewards that you can get in the recent guild raid feature that has been added into the game. So obviously this is an end game glyph that everybody is pretty excited about to collect along the way. But as you might have guessed, we are getting one Dark Glyph, not multiple Dark Glyphs. So it's going to take us some time to get not only multiple Dark Glyphs, but the ones that are matching within each session in order to get that bonus that we're looking for. So when we take a look at an event like this, 150 summons for Nat 2 or higher. There's a lot of things that go on our head, and you know, for the most part, for anybody that's been playing the game for quite some time, you know, if you don't have those summons saved up in order to get it done, then obviously it's going to take you quite a bit of time. But I do want to throw a couple of things out there, especially for the new players. As far as like the events, the achievements, if you guys are coming in new to the game, there are a ton of different types of achievements that you can clear just throughout every single scenario stage. As long as you follow the story mode, you're going to be able to obtain quite a handful of different summons so that you can go ahead and take advantage of this if you haven't done thus far. So in addition to that, generally speaking, when they run events like this, there's going to be different events along the way throughout the next couple of weeks that will essentially help and contribute to some of the rewards you can obtain that will basically go towards this specific event here. So if you guys are like, oh, you know what, there's no way I'm going to get this event done, and maybe it's not even worth it. I mean, let's see what Ubisoft does in the next month or so, because again, they give us 29 days to get it done, and we don't know what kind of events that they have going on. I personally do not know what kind of events they got going on, so I'm hoping that they you know, provide some kind of events that we can maybe essentially get some, you know, extra summons so that we can essentially put them in to this specific event here. So again, let me know what you guys think about that. I know initially when you guys were probably looking at this event, you were like, really? Like 150 summons for just one Dark Glyph? But again, if I had to think with what they're doing, my guess is that we're going to have a couple of different events throughout the week, or sorry, throughout the month, that's going to be able to assist us and get us some free rewards. But again, with everything that the community has said thus far, when it comes to these events, it's all about efficiency and making sure that you are doing everything in your power to go ahead and collect the resources you need to go ahead and do these summoned events. Now, also, like as you can see right now, like I'm currently working on the ice caves, which, you know, if you think about it, I could be working on any other scenario and taking advantage of it. But why am I doing that? One, because I have the elemental advantage with the unit that I'm farming, but more importantly, I have quite a handful of quests that I need to finish in the ice caves in order to get myself a couple of different summons. And while it may not seem that like these 1 or 2 summons that you can obtain you know, throughout the specific stages is going to take, you know, it's going to be, you know, in your benefit. Like you can, I mean, they all add up over time, and you'd be surprised as to how many summons you can get simply from clearing the achievement throughout the different story modes or different scenario modes. So taking advantage of that is going to be the best way to go here. Now, as you can see, I'm working on, I got a couple of 3-star, I think those are, no, the Air Dawns are 2-star, and then I got a 3-star here. That's an extra duplicate that we're going to go ahead and use for fodder. I still have my Earth Colossus at 4-star, so I'm definitely trying to get him up there. Even though I probably won't use them as much as I'm thinking I'm going to use them, because I have other certain units that really synergize well with one another. I definitely want to get all of my you know, stronger units that are from 4-star to 5-star so that I can just contribute a little bit more in guilds. As far as some of the questions that I've been getting along the way is what's going on with the guilds, you know, what you've been up to. You know, early on in the game, I was fortunate enough to join Legends community, which was the Oceans 30 guild, and this has now expanded to, you know, 4 guilds now. You know, with their, you know, most competitive players originally being the Oceans 30, I definitely wasn't able to contribute as much as I could, so I was removed from the community, and now I'm in the Inferno 30. So now I'm in a home where I feel like I'm right in the same level as everybody else, so now I can contribute without feeling bad because I don't have 52,000 you know, 5-star units to do versus the Nightmare Sages here. So we got quite a bit of things that we need to change along the way, but overall I just need to continuously work on some of the units and, you know, get them 5-star here. So let's take a look at the Earth Colossus if I can find it. Let's see, I gotta make it easier myself. That's the way to do it here. So Earth Colossus is getting ready to be maxed here. We're running a defense precision sets on him, and the reason, I mean, obviously there's a reason to it, but we got a couple of things that we're looking to do. We just don't have the glyphs to do it, but we'll show you what we got going on right now. Now, if you haven't seen this unit, if I recall correctly, this is actually one of the units that you can obtain through the, this is one of the creatures you can obtain through the primal fragments that you can collect, and these are the ones you can get in the TOT. So, you know, with regards to that, I mean, if you guys are not taking advantage of those pieces, making sure that even if you can't clear TOT all the way, just getting those fragments every single month is going to be very beneficial, because eventually you'll be able to get yourself a free NAT4, which, if you haven't taken a look at that list, those are actually good NAT4s that you can obtain. So we'll take a look at its skills if you haven't seen it already. We have a cleanse with an attack bar boost on the 3rd skill and a defense buff here. So obviously this is really, really nice. Any opportunity for a cleanse is really, really good, but given the fact that I have the Water Holy Sister right now, you guys are pretty familiar with it. If you're not, it has a complete cleanse alongside a speed buff and a cooldown reduction of 2 skills. So I value cooldown reduction plus the cleanse versus cooldown reduction and the defense buff with the attack bar. I value the Water Holy Sister a little bit more. So you guys might have guessed here, when it comes to the limited amount of slots that you have to take advantage of the units that provide everything that you're looking for and just make do with what you got here. So but either way, I mean, it's a really good skill. I can't take anything away from it, and the goal for me down the road is to possibly get this one on an immunity set and have him be one of my faster units in there. So if I go up against somebody on arena offense that has first turn and they get a lot of CC going on there, I can use this one to basically cleanse everybody's CC, bring back up the attack bars just in case the water dragon was able to reduce the attack bars or whatever, and you know, come at them as strong as possible here. So obviously when it comes to TOT, some of these later stages in TOT have a ton of base speed, so if they get the jump on me, then I have to use somebody like this to go ahead and cleanse everything, get everything set up. I could use an immunity set on the Water Holy Sister and then possibly take advantage of that as well. But the thing of it is that Water Holy Sister I have set up right now for my speed runs to be the slowest person to go. If I was to use the Water Holy Sister in this situation, then I'm going to have to improve the speed and thereby waste the cooldown reduction aspect of it in order to take, you know, full advantage of it for TOT. So like, as you guys might have guessed, you know, obviously this scenario for TOT that I'm thinking of, for the harder stages, I think this the Earth Colossus is going to be a little bit more beneficial, but I still value the cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction in this game is so strong, it's ridiculous. So I'm taking advantage of it when I can, and we're just going to go from there. But again, this is probably, even though this skill is pretty strong, and it's a really low cooldown, by the way, super nice. This skill right here, I'm actually probably more of a fan of than I am than the 3rd skill. Really high chance to stun, really high chance to provide the attack break. So again, you know, given those PvE stages, whether we're talking about TOT bosses or we're talking about the new Gilray feature, attack breaks are crucial. Stunning the ads are pretty crucial, and the fact that this is on a 3-turn cooldown is obviously really nice. So I can take advantage of it with a cooldown reducer and just get this skill up quite a bit. So I'm looking forward to that. Now the evolution that I got is, I got the one that provides the damage based on defense. I'm not building this guy to do a ton of damage, but his damage multipliers aren't too bad, and he actually, when he crits, he actually does a little bit of damage here. But as you guys might have guessed, we don't have a lot of critical rate because we're not really focused on it. We're using it for its utility, and that's the way it should be. But yeah, so taking a look at these stats over here, we're running double speed, we're running HP and a flat defense, and then we got flat HP and percentage-based HP. Now, is this the way that I would go? Honestly, probably not. I'd probably go with a little bit more defense percentage if I had the glyphs to make it work. drop the HP a little bit and just take advantage of the fact that I have 2 out of the 3 skills here that are defense scaling. So I could provide a little bit more damage, but again, it's all about the utility and just trying to throw what you can to get the speed that you need. That's my goal. I'm trying to get as much speed as possible, or at least get enough to outspeed my other units, which I have obtained. That's why I'm at 150 right now. And so I can get the jump, cleanse my units, and do what I got to do. But unfortunately, as you guys can see, I'm running the defense precision set because I do not have an immunity set that I can work in this one right now. So when I get that one, I'll switch it out and see where we go from here. So as far as my other changes go, when it comes to the free glyph removal that we just recently had after that last update, there wasn't really too many changes that I made. The biggest change though was moving my fire goblin shamans over to the earth, to the air diva. I moved some of my best, basically my best glyphs over to her. And you know, the reason being for that is that even though we can steal buffs with a fire goblin shaman, she can purge everything versus just I have a limitation of how many buffs or how many beneficial effects I can strip on the opponent. I can strip beneficial effects up to 2, and I can steal some, which stealing some is always nice. But me, I'm in it for the purge, so I'm looking to use a unit that's going to get the first turn and use strip as many buffs as possible, because it provides tons of value in TOT, where we have a couple of bosses that just have so many buffs. So if you get like a boss with a fire druid paired up with it, I mean, it's just super hard to deal with. So I like this unit. Of course, the purge, the attack bar reduction is really nice. The second skill though, and I said it before in my last speed rat 10 run, this skill right here, decreasing the resistance. I think resistance debuff is a little underrated, and obviously the AoE stun is really nice, so I can deal with the ads if I don't have certain skills up. So I just kind of slows everything down. Super low cooldown combined with the cooldown reduction. You guys can see right away that having a double AoE user, especially one that can stun with one of the skills. I mean, this one's just a crowd control beast. She's just too amazing not to take advantage of her. So I did what most people would do and just basically focus my best glyphs on my best units. And I believe that in my situation, I get a ton more value in the Air Diva versus this unit here. But as far as that goes, you would have thought that I would have like made a lot of changes in the past free glyph removal. I haven't made it too much of a change, just improving the overall stats of some of my damage dealers for Rat 10. I've also improved the skill ups of some of these units that I'm using quite a bit. What was it called? The Storm Fury is the one that I'm working on skill ups right now. And then, of course, Earth Colossus and everything, he's maxed out. Also looking to bring back up the Fire Arcane Bird. I'm thinking about playing around with him. His stats are not where it needs to be. I need to improve it. Obviously, it's green glit. Like I got a lot of work to do with this one, but I just like its kit overall, and I think I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit, see how it goes. But overall, everything has pretty much stayed the same. Did get a couple of skill ups on the Freezing Master Monk, so that I can get this skill to a 4-turn cooldown. I want to pair it with a double cooldown reducer so that I can essentially get this skill quite a bit, and then thereby use my damage dealers to just take advantage of this attack buff and the defense break on my units when I'm trying to run speed runs here. So a lot of things to change here, or a lot of things to improve along the way, but we've been making a couple of improvements here and there, and so far I've been pretty happy with it. Probably, I don't know if I'm going to make this project. You guys tell me what you think about this one, but if you didn't see my last video, and the very end of the video, we actually did the summon. I did pull the Air Snow Maiden. Didn't build it just because the community basically said that you know, she wasn't really one of the better ones, so you know, unless you really need her, don't really mess around with her. And she has an ability that can reduce the cooldown of enemies by 2 turns. But of course it needs those focus marks, so I have to cycle through some skills and take advantage of that. So as of right now, unless there's a stage that I'm definitely going to be needing the heal block, I probably won't invest on it thus far, but obviously I'm going to keep it around. There's no reason to get rid of it. As you can see, I've already saved it in my favorites here, so we'll see down the road if I find a little bit of value of it, or maybe have another unit that pairs well with it so I can take full advantage of its kits. So that's going to be it for that, guys. I want to go ahead and throw out just a couple of summons again. If you didn't see it, the Trick Darker Glyph, we got 30 days to get it done, so take the time with it. I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even in a rush. I'm not even worried about it, because from just previous history, you know, 30 days is a ton of time to get some events. So hopefully we can get some stuff that could be, you know, beneficial in order to clear this here. So as far as, you know, units that we're looking for, I actually want to pull a couple more defense scaling units. I actually pulled the Earth Warden a while ago, but I cringed a little bit because one of the times where I was trying to get myself a quick 5-star, I went ahead and used him because I looked at his kit originally and I wasn't really fond of it, but I realized that I wasn't really fond of it because I had other priorities, but I didn't have a lot of glyphs that had, you know, good stats for the defense, but now I do. I've been collecting a lot of random glyphs that have some defense scaling, so I've been taking advantage of them when I can here. So, oh man, get the belly roll. Whoa. There you go. All right, we got to get some love. This is what happens. If you guys haven't seen this, we've been belly dancing. We've been belly dancing all the way since May of 2018 here. Anytime we get an opportunity to get some Torres, we got to pull these units and give a little belly dance because this guy, he's just a man here. So have I built any of them? No, they basically go in my troll defense when I mess around with them, but maybe down the road we'll play around with them. I know some people have critiqued them a little bit, but they have a pretty interesting kit. I just haven't found any reason to go out of my way to build one right now. So one of the things that I definitely related to when it comes to some of the people out there, like there's a lot of units that I would like to test, but as you guys have heard, I've been really adamant about the fact that if I want to test out a unit and show you guys the full potential of it, I want to be able to level it up. I want to be able to max skill it. And right now, due to the fact that books are very, very limited, I don't want to invest in too many units with books if I don't have, you know, the stuff to back it up here. Okay. Ooh. Let me see. Spare Cub. Yeah, this is the one that refills the turn bar and attack and critical damage. So I technically have, I have the... trying to think here. I use the Water Master Monk paired up with the Air Diva plus 2 damage dealers. So I don't know if this will really benefit me too much, even though I do have the attack and critical damage. I mean, the critical damage is nice, but I still have, you know, I still do. I mean, I guess if I pair it up with a unit that can ignore defense, then that'd be good. And I am using the Fire Succubus in order to do some damage early on. So maybe if I have another ignore damage unit out there that can take advantage of that attack scaling buff, maybe we can go with that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. I run Air Diva, Water Master Monk, the Thunder Samurai, and then the Fire Succubus. So for me, my composition works pretty good. And I'm not really too concerned about the attack bar improvement here. I can get it done with the Air Diva from where I'm at, which is Silver 2. I hang in Silver 2. But obviously it's nice to have. Maybe I'll find some use for it in a different comp. We'll have to see. I mean, it's a good unit. It's a new unit, so I'm pretty happy with that. So we do have an Elemental Stone, and I think we have a big chest that we're going to open. So we'll go ahead and pop that as well. Whoops. Oh, it was actually lightning. I didn't even realize it. I clicked it too fast here, but we did get the Fire Arcane Bro. Nice, nice. And let's go ahead and finish off with this chest here. All right, let's see what we get. Can we get a purple glyph? We did not get a purple glyph, but we took a magical book. We'll take that any day of the week here. I don't even like. I'm gonna look at it just for you guys here. We got a speed one. We got it. I've gotten to the point where I still have random yellow glyphs that I'm holding on to in case I get super lucky and start like wanting to build a lot of new units down the road. But right now, I haven't been using all too many yellow glyphs. I feel like where I'm at in the game, you know, I'm just kind of waiting for the purple glyphs when they come, trying to improve some of the units that I'm already currently working on. And then of course, if I get a new unit that I want to mess around with, maybe I'll throw some yellow glyphs on it just to test it out, have some fun with it, or maybe just build one for the Go Raid feature so that I can have more options for specific units here. But right now, I'm at a good place where I'm constantly farming the Rattan, getting some of those purple glyphs that I need. So I haven't really been putting too much effort into these yellow glyphs right now, unless it just kind of calls for it when it comes to specific units that need a specific slot that I don't have a purple glyph for. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you all so much for your support. Again, I apologize in advance. Well, I guess I apologize for a previous time. It has been, you know, 3 to 4 days, maybe a little bit more than that, that I have, you know, made an Mmeg video. I'm definitely looking to still make some Mmeg videos, despite the fact that I haven't been as consistent with my content. But just rest assured, guys, I'm just looking for different things that I can showcase for you, different types of, you know, new units, new builds, fun stuff that I can show you. Right now, my progression is just kind of at a halt right now. So down the road, when I make some changes, then I'll definitely throw out some more stuff your way. I'll probably connect with some more YouTubers and see if they want to do collabs or just still interested in that. But until next time, guys, take care, God bless, and we will see you all in the next one.